In this video, we're going to be going over how to add your GitHub SSH keys. SSH stands for Secure Shell. Simply put, we'll use SSH to create a secure connection from your computer to the GitHub servers. Don't worry too much if you don't understand what that means. Before we begin, we need to make sure we have a couple things ready. If you are on Windows, make sure you have Git Bash installed. If you are on Mac or Linux, you don't have to worry about this step. Just open your terminal for these steps. Next, you'll have to make sure to have a GitHub account created. If you don't have either of these ready, please pause the video and prepare that before continuing on. Once you have these ready, we can begin. Our first step is going to be opening Git Bash or the terminal and typing in ssh keygen -t rsa-b 4096-C and your email. Make sure to include the email address associated with your GitHub account. Next, we're prompted to enter a file in which to save the key. While you can customize the location for where this is saved, this can get confusing later. So we'll just stick to storing in the default location. So we can just hit enter here. Take a moment to remember where that location is. This might become a handy step later. The next prompt will ask for a passphrase. Here you can choose to enter a password, or you can choose to not include a passphrase by leaving this blank. I'm going to be leaving this blank for this demonstration. Alright, we've successfully created the SSH key, but now we have to add this to our SSH agent. The SSH agent is a program to hold private keys used for public key authentication. This is how we'll authenticate our GitHub account when connecting to the servers. We don't need to understand this on a deep level. In order to add our SSH key to the SSH agent, we're going to need to make sure that the program is running. We can do this by typing in eval money ssh-agent-s. I'll show you on screen. Once we've done this, we can add our SSH key to the SSH agent with ssh-add ~.ssh/id_rsa. Now, our final step will be to add our SSH keys to our GitHub account. This is how we let the GitHub servers know that this computer is authorized. To do this, we're going to need to first copy our SSH key to our clipboard. There are a couple ways to do this, and I'll be demonstrating two methods. The first method will be within our terminal. If you are on Windows, you can type in clip ~.ssh/id_rsa.pub. If you are on Mac, you'll type in the same command, but using pbcopy instead of clip, like so. Now, if any of these methods did not work, remember the location that we talked about earlier. Navigate to that directory where we stored our SSH key. Here we can see we have ID_RSA and the ID_RSA pub. We can right click ID_RSA and open with and choose the text editor of your choice. For simplicity, if you are on Windows, you can use Notepad or you can use Visual Studio Code. That's up to you. I'm just going to open in Notepad for now. Once we have this opened, we can copy the key here. Now finally, we'll add the SSH key to our GitHub account. Go to GitHub and navigate to your user settings. You can click on your profile picture on the top right and go to settings. Next, we'll go to SSH and GPG keys. Here we'll add a new SSH key. We can title this however we want. It's a good idea to title this in a way that you'll recognize which computer this refers to. And we can paste in the SSH key that we have copied to our clipboard by hitting Ctrl V or Command V. Or we can right click and paste. Add the SSH key and we're done. Now, let's test this out and take advantage of SSH. Navigate to one of your GitHub repositories and go to clone or download. Here, we'll want this to say clone with SSH. If this says clone with HTTPS, you can choose the option to use SSH. Next, we'll copy this link to our clipboard and open up our terminal once more. We'll navigate to the directory that we want to clone this repository to and type in git clone and paste. Now we'll see that we're no longer prompted for a username and password every time. This is because we're using SSH to authenticate. And that's it. We've successfully created and utilized an SSH key.